All right, here we are, another episode, Forge Father FM. We got a success interview with our man David, aka the Beast, the Monster, and Luziski, right? David Luziski from the East Coast. So out there battling the snow as we are right now too. Adam, did you get more snow?
Yeah, we just started getting snow an hour ago. So,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah. So definitely been a cold, snowy winter. So David, welcome to the show, man. How we feeling, brother?
Feeling good. Feeling really good.
Awesome.
Yep.
Excited to dig in and just let you share your journey up to this point. I know Adam can agree with me. All of the different challenges that we've had over the many months, the numbers that you put up in these challenges, they're impressive. They're very impressive from not only a strength side of things, but you're a pretty good runner as well. So I'm excited for you to share a little bit more about that. Yeah, you absolutely crush it, man. So, but David, I'll go ahead and kind of let you take it away, man. Just kind of introduce yourself and tell us a little bit more about you, man.
Yeah, no problem. My name is Dave Luziski from New York, Sullivan County, New York. So we're like the upstate side of New York. So I am a teacher and also a real estate agent. So I teach middle school and high school health education. So it's been a little difficult, transitioning with the schedule this year, but we're making do. I have two beautiful girls, DM and Veda. DM is 5, Veda is a year and a half, and a beautiful wife named Kelsey. So she's also a teacher at the local school over here, where my daughter DM goes to. So
awesome. Fellow girl dad in the house.
Girls.
Adam, you're kind of not in the girl dad realm yet. Adam, are you guys done having kids?
I don't know. I guess we still haven't fully decided that yet. We got time.
Cool. Yeah, plenty of time there. Cool. So, David, curious. So you and your wife are both teachers, and I remember the first time we connected, it was kind of around when the lockdowns were kind of maybe something, but they weren't in place yet.
Yep.
I want to say it was March last year just before March. It was February maybe?
I started
when we first connected?
February, and then the COVID hit and just kind of just went crazy.
Yeah, it's not been easy, that's for sure. And I'm not sure how much longer it's going to last. I mean, obviously the virus is certainly spreading. More people are getting in, and who knows, man. But it's like we say inside the program is control what you can control, man. So, what I'm curious, before we started the program, like what was going on in your life, and I guess what was it that got you to take that first step towards Forge Father and looking into the program?
So first of all, I've been an athlete pretty much my whole life. I played baseball and football in college, and loved it. Had a powerlifting, a little bit of a powerlifting career. Never got into CrossFit stuff, really, that kind of stuff, but more just like the squat, deadlift, and bench. But never really snatched and cleaned and stuff like that. But I ran here and there. Actually, my wife kind of got me into more running than anything. She was in a running club. But the last couple of years, the past year, before the Forge program, I was just kind of bored of my workouts, just the same old routine, and just getting tired and making excuses, and I probably put on a good 15 pounds, and but I mean I was still working out, but I was just kind of just going through the motions, and just bored of my workouts, and not consistent. So I always work out each week, but just not like pushing it like we do now.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
But I've always ran. Past few years, always ran. Did half marathons and stuff. I have done a full marathon, but really in the past year, I feel like I lost the edge. Not this year before the Forge program I started.
Yeah.
Just kind of felt like I was just, not. I sometimes look in the mirror, I'm like, what happened? So I feel like I kind of lost that a little bit.
Yeah. So still kind of sort of putting in the work, and I know how that gets. You kind of get bored with your routines, so you kind of lose that fire to really push, and then you're basically just showing up, kind of checking the boxes a little bit. And yeah, I mean the results start to slip a little bit, and you lose that edge, and
yep,
this just kind of is what it is. So you came across Forge Father. Talk about that first conversation that we had, man.
Yeah, I was very skeptical, to to be honest.
Yep.
I saw it at Facebook ad. I think it was during hunting season. I might have first talked to you about it.
Yep.
And, I kind of pushed it off a little bit. And I'm like, I didn't, because I did work out. I worked out and stuff, and I didn't think I really needed it that much. But then I was like, finally, I was like, let me do something for myself, and see if I can find that edge back. And but it was tough to really dive in fully.
Yeah, it's always different when you start something new, and
Yeah.
you just don't know what to expect, right?
Yeah.
So,
I'm like, I can't really commit to something else in my life, and I wanted, like everybody, you wanted a quick, easy fix to something or a problem. Obviously it takes time and consistency. So, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna fully commit, and here we are now. It's been probably a little over a year, I'm thinking.
I'm close coming up to a year.
Yeah.
Just about.
Coming up to February.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. A year. Yep.
Yep. It's been a crazy ride thus far, but yeah, I remember that first initial conversation. And there's a whole handful of guys in the Forge Father now, where it's that first conversation. Somebody like you, David. I mean, you weren't a couch potato. It wasn't like you were just being completely lazy doing nothing. I mean, yeah, you were putting in the work. You were, working hard, just not seeing the results that you wanted to see in return. And it's frustrating because you kind of know what to do. You have a general idea of what to do, but it's not there, right?
Yeah.
So it's hard to take that first step, into a program thinking like, well, I can probably do this on my own, but I don't know. And then boom, we started the program. So
yeah. And it was, when I first started, my nutrition, my metabolism was all out of whack, and I was always like, carbs an enemy. So I was low carb, and we found out my fats were really high. I was taking in way too much fat. So now I'm very conscious over that now. Taking in too much fat daily. That was a big thing. The macros, I never really, tracked those before or cared about that kind of stuff. I was like, yeah, I can take care of it in the gym and not, and just eat whatever I want. So that was a big thing.
oh yeah, the common I'll just train my ass off and the rest will take care of itself, right? Well, it typically works when we're a lot younger, but we start to get a little older, it doesn't work as well anymore, right? So
Crazy.
but yeah.
Too, and I'm like, when I was 20, I can eat anything, just burn it off.
Yeah. So how old are you now, David?
I'm 32.
32. So yeah, talk a little bit more about the progress that you have seen in the program thus far. Like, how much weight have you lost? I know your body composition has completely changed. So talk about like your big wins.
Big wins, definitely. I kept I think I got down to, it was like 16 pounds that I lost, from the start. I did put on about 5 pounds. I'm thinking maybe muscle. So I started at like 256, and then I did get down to like 238. So it was actually 18 pounds, but then I put on a little bit of muscle from the workouts. So, but I think my body was a huge change. It went from 20 something to I think I'm hovering around like the 15 range, 15%. So that was a big thing that I noticed. So that was the biggest thing. And the workouts, it's, you guys keep it interesting. The workouts, it's always different. Like the other day, was it last Friday? We did 7 sets of 8 for back squat. Like, who does that? Like for heavy reps. So, that, and the movements. You put the movements in there that make you feel uncomfortable and hit your weak points, and that's the tough part for a lot of people to do, is to be uncomfortable with those things and hit those weak parts to become stronger overall. So I think that definitely helped me. Like the snatch and stuff. I still don't like it, to be honest. But I got to do it to be stronger and better. In the competitiveness too, Adam's always there. It's cool seeing every morning, every day, the the whiteboard and it definitely pushes you to go harder, and you're not alone. You're with a bunch of great group of guys. Everybody wants to be successful, so that's cool. Before I was kind of just going through the motions and kind of lost that competition, and just bored, just very bored. You're by yourself. I try to work out in the mornings at like 5:30 ish, and you get bored, by yourself. You're just like, oh, what am I going to do today? So it's nice having the workout, ready to go. But it also helped me with my running too. I got down to, I'm thinking my best was probably around a little bit under 21 minute 3 mile. So really happy with that. And then
Yeah, cruising.
yeah, and I'm 45, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with that. So, and then my 4 mile, I got down under 29 minutes. So that was a big win for me. So, but a lot of people look at me. I'm like, you shouldn't be running like that hard, but I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, it's awesome when you post your running times. It's really awesome because I'm just picturing, myself. I'm around 200 pounds, and I'm just imagining having 35, 40 more pounds on me and running, an extra, basically half a minute mile faster with that extra mass. It's impressive. You're like a locomotive,
Oh, yeah.
man.
Yeah, it's certainly impressive. And
Thanks.
yeah, the Trident challenge was a fun one because and you mentioned like the competitive side of things. Like that's what I get so much value out of just this community from that aspect, like the competitiveness. Like I'm doing the challenges with you guys, and the Trident challenge, the 20 rep back squat, and then the 5K, and then the 5-minute snatch test. I already knew that you had an edge on me with the squats and the running, so that pushed me harder. But I know everybody else was pushing hard because they, and that's fun. It's a fun aspect. It's not the make or break. Like, okay, who cares if you're at the top of the leaderboard or at the bottom? Like if you gave your 110% effort, that's really all that matters. But we're men. We like to compete and push. And, it definitely makes a difference. So
it makes you, okay, say you did this certain weight. You're like, oh, let me try that weight or try a little higher. Like with the Trident challenge, I saw you did 315 for 20. So I'm like, all right, let me try 325. For the first time doing it. So I would never have tried that if I didn't see you do that first. So it's definitely competitive, but it's good. It's everybody is in it together. So it's awesome.
But. And I'll be honest, like on the retest on the back squats, I waited for you to post your numbers first to see where you were. I saw you put up what'd you do? 355, right?
I think it was 350.
Yeah, 350. That's right. And in my mind, I was like, all right, I'm gonna go for 345. And I saw you post 350, and I was like, I should try that. But yeah, I didn't. I went through 345. Or what did I get? I can't remember. 335, 345, maybe. I can't remember, but I remember I saw that and I was just like, I'm probably not going to be able to put that up 20 times, but it was all good fun. So
awesome. You're 185 or so.
Yep. So yeah, outside of like the fitness nutrition realm, I know you've gotten a lot from that aspect. Like how else has this program really had an impact on you?
Just overall energy and, mentality, just every day waking up and just the rise up like we're doing right now, you're up, and just different daily things you could do to live by the codes and just to be stronger mentally, because a lot of times your mental status could be weak, and it just affects everything. So just mentally stronger and getting into a better routine, keeping accountable, weekly accountability. And that's tough for me to do. I don't like to do it sometimes, and it's good to keep that routine, just to stay overall, strong in all aspects of our life. The last year, I don't know if it really, maybe I think it did affect me with confidence and stuff. It was my best year with real estate. I've been doing real estate for about 4 years now, and it's my best year by far. So I don't know if it was just me just striving to just to keep going and just to do as much as I can, confidence, energy wise. But that definitely helped me, and I can see it with my teaching too. More energy for the kids, and just being more fun, energetic, and for my kids too. It's all areas. Just trying to be the best best father and husband, that you could be, and best man. So
Yeah.
never really thought about that before. I was just like, I'll just try to be a good person and strong, but overall, just it's all areas, which is awesome.
Yeah. It's an interesting connection when you really start to think about it. And it's obviously something that we've talked about quite a bit in inside the program. But it's like we got these 4 roles. So, we're a dad, we're a husband, we're a producer, we're an athlete. Well, building that athlete role back up, like, yeah, it's going to give us more energy, better health, but confidence too. And that starts showing up in other areas of your life. Like, there's no doubt in my mind, the fact that you're probably having more success in, real estate this year is because you've built that up. And it's just that discipline that you take with your health, with your fitness, and just your time management and all those things in general. I mean, it starts to appear in other areas
Exactly.
via improvement. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
cool to know that. And your wife's been super into the fitness side of things as well. I think you said you got in another workout with her right before.
She actually gets up before me. She gets up at like 4:30, and she's down in the gym here, down in my gym here. I'm not a morning person, but I have to be. It's the only time I can work out with coaching and stuff. So I coach right now. I'm coaching skiing, and so I sometimes I don't get home until like 7, 8 o'clock at night. So tonight, virtual snow day. So it's weird, with skiing you can't practice if it snows too much, so which is crazy. But
it's kind of ironic.
Too much powder.
Yeah.
Right? No, that's crazy. Did you ski?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Yep. Yeah. So
competitively, you did some competitive skiing.
Yeah, I raced in high school. Yep.
Really? Okay. Sweet.
Yeah.
We don't have skiing here in Nebraska.
Oh, no.
Cross country.
Yeah. No skiing. No skiing. We got a fake ski resort just across the border in Iowa. Like, they have like snow machines up on this like big hill, but that's the extent. So
yeah.
nothing crazy, man. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. So it's it's great. She works out probably 4 or 5. So she's into the fitness, but again, you were talking about the Forge was a heroin.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm trying to get her to get on board with that, because I think that would help her. Meet her goals.
Yep. Basically the female version of what we're doing.
Yeah.
It's pretty exciting. One of my coaches in my gym, she's been coaching in my gym for a couple of years now, and actually her husband's in the Forge father, Brandon Reyes. And so, I get asked all the time, hey, do you have some sort of like female program that you're doing with like the Forge fathers? And I'm like, I mean, I could do one, but I wouldn't be very good at running that because I'm not a woman. And, as we know, like the brotherhood, that's really why this thing's so special, is we all connect, as men, dads and husbands and, athletes, man. So, but no, it's been a great thing to see you, start and where you've gotten yourself now. And it's going to be fun to see what we get done this coming year. And here we are with the Strong and Shredded Challenge. So I'm excited to see everybody shred up here. And we're all building. And what's really interesting about that is everybody's like eating more food than they've ever ate in their life. And they're like, still like, they're not gaining a bunch of weight. And so it's going to be pretty cool once we shift gears and start to go into shred mode. But yeah, David, what else, I guess, any big breakthroughs or any big, I guess, lessons that you want to share before we close things out, man?
Just basically, just nutrition, everything. I was always, trying to do like low carb, and I never really, I'm a health teacher, but I never really, done the macro, really was big on the macros. We'll teach about nutrition, but, not, the macronutrients. So, but I, just finding out, the first couple of weeks, I was taking in way too much fat and not enough carbs. So, and not eating enough. So it just, and that was kind of a, a huge thing to figure out in the beginning. You eat more and, you lose weight. So I did, in the beginning, couldn't really grasp that, but that was, it was pretty cool. So that was a big thing. And, just basically just the workouts competition. I love it. It's cool, different challenges, keeps everything interesting, and keeps you, wanting to just be better and, get stronger overall. So, it's cool. I just like how the Forge program is, always switching up, different challenges. So that's a big thing with me. I love, the different, mixing it up.
Good variety. Yeah, absolutely. Love it, man. Yeah. It's that what you mentioned about nutrition, it's so common. Again, kind of what you're going through initially. Even Adam, you kind of went through this period of time, and even I did. I think everybody does, but it's like you're just putting in the time, you're putting in the effort with the training, and you're just busting your ass, and you're wondering why the heck you're not, like, it's just not tipping to that next level. You know what I mean? Like, where's like the leanness I want? Like, why can't I shred this fat? Maybe I'll go low carb. Maybe that's the answer. Maybe I'll eat less. And it's like, sometimes it's the exact opposite of what you're trying to do. So eat more. And I remember, just chit chatting back and forth with you, David. You're like, what should we do for our macros now? And I'm like, you need to eat more carbs. Let's drop your fats and eat more food. And you're like, what? What do you mean eat more food? I'm like, just trust me, man. Right? It's all.
Just of what's how much fat is in different things, and even salad dressings, so much fat. It's crazy. But and it's not easy. It's just you're gonna hit another plateau, and we hit plateaus all the time. And right now I've been at 245 for a little bit, so I'd like to with a shred. I'm really excited to really try to shred this time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think everybody, especially you, everybody's putting themselves in a great position nutritionally because everybody's eating more food. We're building that metabolism up, and so boom, we're going to be able to switch gears, and everybody's actually in a good position to go on a quote unquote diet. Where most people, take yourself back when you first started. Like, how many calories were you taking in before when you first started? Do you remember? Was it like 1,600, 1,700 maybe? It was pretty low.
Yeah, it's 500, definitely under 2,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so it's like, okay, if you try to go into shred at that point and you're trying to output what you are now, running and lifting and training, like, then try to have energy for everything else, like, good luck,
Yeah.
Exactly. It's crazy how it responds to what you put into it, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Well, David, thanks so much for coming on, man. I know you're a busy dude, and it was good catching up and just hearing more about your journey. And like I said, I'm super pumped and excited to see, where 2021 takes us, man. Hopefully, hopefully we can get you running a Spartan race with us, just not leaving us in your dust too bad. I think you're definitely made to hit some Spartan races, man. I think you'd do really well with your engine. I mean, you just get those obstacles down. I think you can smash some Spartan races for sure.
Yeah, I did a few before this COVID. I did trifecta before.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I did a beast in a super, but yeah, I was signed up for a few last year, but this kind of sucked not being able to.
It's still kind of up in the air. Who knows what's going to happen? And we'll just let it kind of roll out and play out, right? So
we'll see. Whenever we get it back, man, we'll hook up for a Spartan in the Northeast. It's going to be awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
I'd like to be
East Coast. What's that?
I'd like to do Fenway. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah, that'd be a fun one.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's a sprint though, right?
Yeah, that's a sprint, but that's a little different. But that would certainly be a fun one to do. Yep.
Yeah. What are the stadiums, right? Is that the stadiums?
Stadions.
I've watched. I don't know if you guys have ever seen like the videos of like the elite guys running it. They're sprinting the whole time on those stadiums. It's pretty impressive, and they're just going at the start. It's just a full out sprint the whole time. I think it takes those guys like 12 minutes or something to get through it. That's pretty impressive there.
Yeah, those guys are nuts. Yeah.
Awesome, boys. Well, David, we'll wrap it up. Appreciate you coming back on again, man. And let's keep kicking ass, brother.
Okay. Thanks, guys. We'll see you soon.
Boom.